Hello everyone and welcome to another wrestling video on the channel. I'm the Badger. I'm a film producer. We do vlogs. We do everything. This is an entertainment channel, so if you want to have a look at that, please do like and subscribe, and welcome to the show. Now, my personal favourite Undertaker match has to be the AJ Styles one. Yes, I know it's an unusual choice, but I absolutely love the cinematic matches that they did during the COVID era and just before. Now, take The Undertaker. He's the sort of character that would really benefit from theatrics. We've all watched that Halloween special with The New Day, so we know on Netflix where they did the Choose Your Own Adventure one. So we all know that The Undertaker can act and The New Day can act. Now, take that into consideration. AJ is a Twitch streamer, a vlogger, does lots of things like that. Excellent speaker. You put these in together, it's fantastic. The spooky atmosphere of The Undertaker on film with special effects and all sorts of different things, theatrical costumes, all that sort of stuff is fantastic. And then you take AJ, the modern badass, who is coming up in the ranks and, you know, kicking butt in WWE and TNA and all the promotions they've ever been in. Now, the reason why it's my favourite match is because of the pacing. It felt like it was there to tell a story. And this story evolved over a number of weeks beforehand, of course. But this story was the passing of the torch. And it's the true retirement of The Undertaker that they always wanted. If you think it has a nice pacing at the beginning, slow brawl, you get some special effects in there, you get The Undertaker back and forth parrying, you get AJ getting some great moves in as well, you get the acolytes turning against The Undertaker and fighting him, you get all sorts of really cool special effects as well. You can tell it's all planned meticulously for each other's safety, and it's just perfect. The passing of the torch part worked perfectly, and The Undertaker is still on top as well. Now, I love those scenes where they're talking and AJ's beating the absolute heck out of him. Undertaker's knackered, tired, wanting to calm down, and then all of a sudden gets a supernatural extra wind, and that is great. That was really cool to watch that, and they pop up behind AJ and everything like that is just cinematic goodness. And like I was saying before, the pacing of the match was great, the effects were fantastic, and I just loved all the interactions with the two. And I think that was a really good match and a really good mashup of the two styles. And I just loved it. I really do. And I thought there's plenty of room for more cinematic matches. I'm not sure if that's the last one that WWE did, but I just love the pacing of it and I love how it went. And I also like the fact that they played into Undertaker getting older, and they played into him being tired and things like that, just like they did with the recent Goldberg match on Saturday night's main event. They played into the fact that they're getting older. But of course, the one thing that's different is that, of course, Undertaker won his retirement match. Goldberg unfortunately lost, which I think is a disservice. But I do think that it would have been fantastic to have more cinematic matches with The Undertaker. You know, we could have had one with Kane as well, and we could have had all these different things. And I think they missed a trick on that, because the cinematic matches are a bit lighter on the wrestler's body. They can plan things more, they can have effects, they can do all these different things. And I personally think that would have been a lot better for the wrestlers as it goes along. And of course, it would have meant that once or twice a year we could have had an Undertaker match. I really do think they missed the boat on not doing more of those cinematic matches with The Undertaker. But I just love the fact that they came in on the bike, riding in, and you got that little scene with them on the bike riding up the road. I thought that was pure cinema. And then AJ coming in, of course, and I loved it with the shovel and all that sort of stuff. Fantastic. And of course at the end, when the thing came down and the Undertaker's sign was there in fire and glowing, and then they rode off into the sunset to the Limp Bizkit music, I thought that was pure cinema. So I'm going to give that a good old 5 out of 5. Let me know what you think on that match in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Did you enjoy it? And of course, please do like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this vlog. And if you didn't, tell me why. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!